Hey VC, what's going on? I'm back again for another contest entry. This, this is kind of because of the man who I'm doing. Well, I shouldn't say man. I should say the lovely couple who I am doing the contest for. This is for Memphis Vinyl Jim and the Misses. Memphis Vinyl Jim, he's always looking fly in them damn hats. This is the best I got. All right, I'm done being an ass. What's up, everybody? You know what? It's a shame because when I first started watching videos in the VC before I started making them, I used to watch Memphis Vinyl Jim. He would show some of that soul, and that tugs at my heartstrings. In fact, I remember one of the first videos that I watched of him. He had shown that he had pulled, I think it was an OG copy of the Baby Huey story. And I was like, you son of a gun. That's a great album. So somehow, and through all of that, I never subscribed. I don't know why. And it wasn't until this contest came about, and like I said, I'd watched Jim and the Misses quite frequently back when I was first starting to watch videos. So I owe you two a big apology that I never subscribed. It's been rectified. I'm subscribed. I love your channel. I love the production. I love everything about you guys. You play off of each other very well. You can tell that you both love music and that you two are very much in love, and that's fantastic. So 5 times your luck, 5 questions. I got some answers. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. What would be a song that you could listen to on repeat and not want to go crazy if you had to only listen to one song? Well, excuse me as I take this one out of the plastic. But this album right here has got to be on the play. And the song in question, as I take the record out, It's a New Day. So Skull Snaps, one album, back into obscurity. This album reappeared because of hip hop. The soul circles knew about it. It was very collectible at the time. You would not think soul if you saw this cover. You saw this cover somewhere, whoop, upside down. You're gonna be like, "What the heck? What kind of psychedelic stuff am I in the mood for? Am I getting it into?" Soul, and if I remember correctly, they're from New York, 1970, I believe. So obviously hip hop is starting. You're starting to look for all those unique breaks, and there was a song by a lesser known hip hop artist by the name of Steezo who sampled It's a New Day, and he did it so clean that people couldn't figure out what it was, but they would sample that to get it to get that drum hook. So it's very catchy, it's very upbeat, but the lyrics are also just as important and powerful to the original song. It's a new day and a better day is coming. In God we trust. So just step to the back of the bus. Kind of hits you. Very poignant for the times, very trying for the times, but there is a new day. And if there was one song that's going to uplift you and get you through your day, it's that. It's short, it's poignant, it's powerful. Get your foot tapping, get a little shake in your hips if you're feeling it. But it's got a great message as well. So if I had to listen to one song, and one song only, probably would be that. Question 2. One album, You in a Desert Island. That hurts. Why would you do this to us? Feel like Shatner there. Huh? One album? I cheated. It's not a double, but it is a comp. And this is the Hendrix, Essential Hendrix Volume 2. Why not one? It's got more of the bigger hits. It's got 2 records. Machine Gun. For a long time, Voodoo Child's Late Return was my favorite song by Hendrix. Long time. And one day, and it's not like I hadn't heard the song before. I'd heard the song millions of times. Machine Gun hit home. Machine Gun is one of those songs that you realize that when you're listening to it, you're listening to a man who's pouring out his soul from the inside out. his protest of the Vietnam War, his dissatisfaction with his country, and the fact that his fellow brothers and sisters are dying. All walks of life are dying because of a machine gun. It's very poignant today's message as well. So for a good 15 years, it's been my favorite Hendrix song. I couldn't live without it. Impossible. I listen to it probably every 2 to 3 days. And since I wanted a comp, wanted other things, we'll take this one along for the ride. Question 2. Question 3. What is your favorite concert? So many. Ooh. I'm going to try to talk about one that I haven't talked on my channel before, because I'm assuming that some of the people who have subscribed to me have heard me talk about some of them. When I went and saw Pink Floyd, and went and saw Live Aid and stuff like that. Went and saw Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, who had Joan Jett and the Blackhearts open up. All those were fantastic. One that hit home for me recently was, because I am such a hip-hop fan, I went to a concert put on by DJ Shadow and Cut Chemist. DJ Shadow, member of the Quantum Crew, he is a force in his own right. He's done several solo albums. He's produced beats for people like Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine, Nas. He's done stuff for Black Alicious, so he's really prolific. Cut Chemist, one of the 2 DJs in Jurassic 5. He's also done quite a number of things. He was also a founding, on his own, he's a founding member of Oz and Motley, who is a Latin, jazz, funk, soul group. So again, very prolific. They had done 3 sets prior where they would kind of pull together their own 45s and talk about a lesson in soul. They would burn the house down, replicating these loops and beats that are used in hip-hop, or just mixing these classic soul records that you'll never find on 45. I mean, if you're familiar with the song Hung Up by Salt, if you're not, go YouTube it, it'll burn your house down. Shadow has a original press that's almost considered priceless at this point. They don't even know how many they made. When they went on tour, it did not leave the house. It just, it ain't going. But anyway, so I digress. They did a tour where they used nothing but African Bambaata's records. And African Bambaataa was obviously one of the big DJs in the 70s in New York who kind of laid the groundwork for hip-hop and the whole DJ movement and DJ culture. And it took it from the bedrooms to the parks, and now from the parks to the discos, and the discos to the recording studios. So these were actual records that were in Bambaata's collection. These were the records that were played in the early to mid 70s. These were those breaks. These were those records that helped lay the foundation. So it was a history lesson as well as a show. It really wasn't by design to be like a commercially successful thing. I mean, I'm sure it made money, but I mean, this was more for me geeking out as a hip hop fan, that since I'm old enough, I remember getting Rapper's Delight, right when it first came out, and listening to hip hop grow and mature. I know it's not the biggest musical form. It's looked on in great fashion of a lot of people in the VC, but it's one of the things I listen to. That was a very poignant show for me. Definitely one of my favorites. But like I said, having seen Floyd and Rush up close and so many others, it's really hard to pick one. So I was trying to give you one that I haven't mentioned. A favorite book. Truth be told, I am not an avid reader. I suffer from dyslexia, and words can jumble and things like that, which is funny considering that you think about what I do, which is I spend a lot of time with my face in a computer analyzing spreadsheets, creating reports. So if I transpose a number, things are bad. Insert chuckle here. Anyway, so I tease my wife because my wife can be one of those ones that's like, it's 9 a.m, just got this book. You know what? I've really got nothing else to do. I can entertain the kids. And by bedtime, she's like, yeah, I'm about done. Take me the better part of a month. And that's like focusing, like attentively reading daily. So I've always been jealous of that. But one book series that has stood with me is, it started out as the Icewind Dale trilogy, written by R.A. Salvatore. And it features a lot of different characters. There's Bruno the Dwarf and Katie Bry, his human adopted daughter. There's one of the truly the main character of this book and subsequent books. His name is Drew Orden, and he's a drow elf. He's a dark elf, and it really deals with the struggle that the party grows. And there's more characters, but it deals with the struggles that they have because I should hate you. I should not trust you or like you because of who you are or what you are. And that's a great tone that is constantly battled with in the book or the books. And it's just really written very well. And it's written almost as if it's a D&D setting book, and it's written as if these guys would sit down and play D&D. And I think that's where the kind of the idea sparked from, and it really shows. And it's really just a very cohesive unit. There's a lot of feeling, there's a lot of emotion that's put into these books, and it's something I enjoy. I'm way behind in the series, so no spoilers, but it's one that I have enjoyed throughout the years. The only other series that I would say, and again, I'm behind because, again, I'm a slow reader, is the Gunslinger series, the Dark Tower series. I've enjoyed what I've read and want to finish that one as well. So I get it. Some people can burn through a book. That's not me. I will finish these. I will get caught up someday, but it's not me. It's not my thing. But those grab me. And then favorite TV show. Whew. For a while, well, right now we don't have cable. We've kind of cut off cable. We don't watch TV as much as we used to. There's a lot of outlets on like Hulu and Netflix and things like that you can watch. We watch a lot of Big Bang Theory. We're nerds. Everybody in this house is a nerd. Proud card-carrying member of the nerd community. I'm a music nerd. I'm a movie nerd. I'm a nerd. And even in the basement of the science center, I'm a nerd, and it's okay. I can accept this, and I no longer struggle with it. It's something I struggled with in high school. But I'm a nerd. My wife's a nerd. Like all three of my boys, 25, 23, and soon to be 5, like 2 weeks away from 5. They're all nerds. We are nerds. So that show kind of speaks to me. I didn't know not everybody's cup of tea, which is great. I used to watch Top Gear, and now it's the Grand Tour. Not that I'm a car guy, but the three hosts of the show, Richard Hammond and James May and the tall one, his name just left my head. The way that they were going to play with each other, the cars were secondary. It was just the amount of they were just Jeremy Clarkson. See, I know if I think of it. I love that show a lot. I used to watch Crate Diggers before they've changed that show, where they would literally go into like producers' homes and they would pull out records and talk about them and stuff like that. And I thought that was a great web series that Muse did before it changed and not as big into it anymore. But yeah, I really don't watch a lot of TV. If I have a lot of free time, I'd rather be listening to music. I found that TV is just I initially balked at the idea of cutting the cord for cable, and now that we've done it, I'm very happy. I don't feel like a lot of my time is given to programming that's just noise. My 5-year-old watches a lot of things on Netflix and Hulu that he likes, and we're able to kind of curtail that. So I'd probably say if I had to pick any of that stuff, we'd probably watch a lot of Dino trucks and Stinky and Dirty and Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters cartoon, because that's what he's into. So we watch that a real lot. So there's my 5. My Lady Luck spins at 5. So congratulations on 735. You should be like in the thousands at this point. Your guys' videos are always so entertaining and so awesome. And I apologize. Like I said at the beginning of this, I should have been subscribed to you a long time ago, and I don't know how that oversight happened. Shame on me. I'm going to put myself in the corner right now, and I'm going to go into timeout. So I'm going to let you guys get back to doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for watching. Excuse me. Thank you so much for having this contest. Absolutely enjoyed it. I always love being able to get a little personal. I think it's always a great peek into the people who are in front or behind or whatever around the camera. So take care, guys. Everybody, have a great weekend.